Goalkeepers, nervous strikers, they'll deliver. Crowd roars erupted. You can feel the quake. 80,000 voices.
Iwobi has a very, very good season for Fulham, and Fulham, they've been impressive this season. As the Premier League comes to an end, they've been very good where they play high pressing football. They actually know what they want to do, and they look like a decent side, in my opinion. So, I want to talk about Alex Iwobi. He's been fantastic for them. He's been very good. But what next? Should he still remain at Fulham, or should he consider his future and maybe, look to go to another Premier League club, or possibly leave the Premier League entirely? Now, for me, I think he would be a good pickup for Nottingham Forest, because I think at this stage in his career, he has to be really, really careful where he moves to, because right now at the minute, he's very integral to Fulham and what they want to do and how they play. He's very key, to what they try to achieve on the pitch. And I think he's one of the leaders in that team. So I think at the minute it could be fine. There's no foul if he remains with Fulham. If they can add a bit more quality to their team, who knows, they could be pushing for European places come the end of the 2025-2026 season. But for me, I think as well, he can also, and he should also consider his future. Maybe go to consider Nottingham Forest. I think Nottingham Forest, from what they've shown this season, though they've pointed above their weight so far, I think they possibly can push for European places next season. And the way it's looking this season, I think they will also finish in European places. So it just depends where they'll be going, which European competition they will be, participating in. They have possibility of being in Champions League, Europa League, or the UEFA Europa Conference League. So either ways, they will be heading to the conference. They will be heading to Europe, the way I see it, and that means that they need more players in their squad, not just in terms of numbers, but in terms of quality as well. So for me, I think that could be a very good destination for the Nigerian international Alex Iwobi to head to Nottingham Forest. I think he's very good, and he can give that he can be competition for Morgan Gibbs-White, or he can even replace him, because I think he's slightly better than Morgan Gibbs-White. I know some people be saying, wait a minute, you usually criticize Alex Iwobi, saying he's not really a perfect fit for Eric Chale's style of football. While that's true, I'm not going to deny it, because I just feel that when it comes to how Eric Chale wants to play, when it comes to the demands of playing for the Nigerian Super Eagles, I don't think he should be the first name on the team sheet. But nonetheless, I think he's still a very, very talented player, very good player. And for me, I think he should consider his future carefully. He could either choose to remain at Fulham, where he's a mainstay now, where the coach respects what he does, knows what he does, and his teammates, are also in love with him as well. So maybe he stays there. But as well, in football, you always have to consider your options. And I think Nottingham Forest could be, a good move for him, given that, given their upward trajectory this season, especially if they want to hold on to how they've performed, because you've seen clubs that, got sort of into European football, and then because they don't have that strength in depth, when they get to play European football and combine it with domestic exertions, then they tail off, they fall off in the next season. So maybe Alex Iwobi could be a good pickup for Nottingham Forest. So my thoughts and opinions on that one. I'd like to know what your thoughts and opinions are in the comment section. Please subscribe to the channel and let me know as well in the comments what you think about this. Now the next one I want to talk about is Wilfred Ndidi. Now Wilfred Ndidi, he was with Leicester, and then they got relegated to the Championship. He stayed true with them, and then came back up to the Premier League with Leicester, and now that they've got relegated again, and will be heading down to the Championship. So the question is, what should he do? Should he stay pat there, at Leicester playing Championship, or consider his future? For me, I would say he should consider his future. I think he should start thinking about where he should go to, because he's been loyal to the club, in terms of he went down with the club and he's gained promotion with the club, but he's still with them all through. So I think he should begin to consider his future at Leicester City. And I think the good destination, ironically, for him would be Fulham. While Alex Iwobi could, move to Nottingham Forest by my books, then he could be going into Fulham and sit in that defensive midfield position, and shield the defense, which is something I think he can do very, very well. And once again, I know some people will say, "Oh, but you complain about Wilfred Ndidi in terms of Super Eagles." For me, it's all about fit. It's all about fit. Can he go box to box? I don't think he can. Is he the guy you're expecting to be creative on the ball, to whip passes across the pitch like a modern day Sex Fabregas? No. But what I'm talking about is you have him sit in front of the midfield, in front of the defenders, shield them, get the ball, off the defenders, and lay the ball off to more gifted and able players. Now, Alex will be leaving. It's not something that would. Alex will be leaving or staying. It's not something that should determine or Wilfred Ndidi's coming to Fulham or not coming to Fulham. So, because if he comes to Fulham, that gives you he's played in a different position as he would be sitting in front of the defense, and then that would then allow the likes of Alex Iwobi in the team to go on to do what they can do, what they do best, and that would then mean you have three Nigerians in that team. That would be Alex Iwobi, that would be Calvin Bassey, and then you'll be having Wilfred Ndidi. Now, talking about these two players, I have not heard anything about transfers. I'm just saying what will be the best thing for their careers, best thing for them to do. So that's how I look at it. And now some people might be talking about be loyal to Leicester City. Now, there's no loyalty per se in football, because have a look. Kelechi Iheanacho went down with Leicester City, and then he fell out of form, and then he was let go to Sevilla. Sevilla looked at him and said, "No, we can't keep you here." Down to Middlesbrough, and who knows, come the end of the season, he might be let go as well at Middlesbrough. Who knows? So in football, you just think about your interest, what suits your career, suits your career progression, your career development as a professional football player. So so my personal opinion on those two players. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Do like and subscribe to the channel if you want to. So now the last player I want to talk about is Tyrique George, a Nigerian eligible youngster. This has been the breakout season for Chelsea. He usually was playing for the academy side, but he's made his first team debut both in Europe, in the Conference League, and in the Premier League as well. And he scored goals in the Premier League. He scored his first goal in the Premier League against Fulham, ironically, Alex Iwobi and Calvin Bassey's Fulham. And then he's also scored in the UEFA Conference League. So he's coming into his own and gradually becoming a mainstay in at least the Chelsea squad, if not the first team. So for me, what next for him? I think he has to consider his future carefully as well, because we know what Chelsea are all about. Because it just seems like the owners right there at Chelsea, the sporting directors right there, they're just looking at Chelsea kind of like EAFC 25 or maybe EAFC 26, where any sort of winger with 90% speed, they're going, and then that's the striker that's who they want to sign. The 17-year-old Brazilian, which let's sign that one. The 19-year-old Argentine, Wonderkid, let's sign that one. So I think he should consider his future closely. He's just won the Chelsea Men Academy Player of the Year, which is a testament to how well he's performed this season. So that's fantastic news. Fantastic news, and congratulations to him and his family, from everyone at Ugamadi Football Channel. Of course, it showed that he's really grown in leaps and bounds. And then coming back to considering his future, because we've heard talks about Chelsea being interested in Nico Williams from Atletico Bilbao, Chelsea being interested in the services of Bino Gittins from Dortmund, and other players as well. So I think he should begin to consider his future as well. Now, considering his future could be, we speak with the Chelsea hierarchy. What is my future going to look like at this club? Am I going to be part of the team? Speak with Maresca, am I going to be part of the team? And then so when Modric comes back, and then you have your Jadon Sancho as well. do I become, as Tyrique right now, the third choice left winger, or if Enzo Maresca decides to do what he's been doing with Pedro Neto and Noni Madueke, which is, let their position be fluid, so you can have one play on left wing today and then play on right wing. So maybe that could be a way for him. But if it seems that Chelsea would go and stockpile again, young academy player, young talented players, then I would think, while I'm a Chelsea fan and I would love, Tyrique George to remain at Chelsea and show us that, yeah, he can be that guy at Chelsea. But for his future's sake, if we keep getting 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds get stacked up, but for 20, 35, 30, 40 million, I think probably maybe he considers a club like Dortmund, because you go to Dortmund, your game time is going to be assured. And Bino Gittins right now is worth 40 to 50 million pounds. Why? He's gone to Dortmund, he's got game time, he's shone like a million stars, and now you're seeing top Premier League clubs want to sign him. So I think Tyrique George should consider his future in that regard as well. So with that, I've come to the end of this video. I want to know what your thoughts and opinions are in the comment section. Do subscribe to the channel, and like I always say, I'll see you on yet another video. So stay well and stay blessed. Bye bye.